going to add some more clay to the shoulders. My nail caught that. And there we go, it's looking a bit better. The meat of the neck and chin are looking nicer. Still have your nice jawline. Tongue got a bit damaged there. A little bit on the shoulders, eyes and eyebrows. So that's it for the next step. While we're about it, I think I'm going to give this poor character a bit more space for brains. So I'm going to just take clay. My goodness, it got dirty there. Then I'm going to roll it into a ball. Flatten the ball and make the edges a lot flatter than the center. It just makes it easier to blend in. And I'm going to put it where I feel it needs it and just spread it in. This is all going to be covered with hair, so it's not very critical. The fact that it's so dirty doesn't matter. Oh, but that's what happens when you leave your work standing around for days on end between working on it. Okay. I think she might need a little more down at the bottom here. So again, this time I'm going to make it a half moon kind of thing because it must join onto here. Okay. Obviously, all of your little bits that you add and where you need to add will depend on your sculpture, if you're making one. But I'm just showing you how I would proceed with mine. better. Looks a bit like an alien right now, so I actually think I need more on the forehead. So I'm going to do that. I think part of my issue is this mushy clay. It's very, very, very soft. Deforms all the time. Ah, that's starting to look better. Okay, that is more human, less alien. See how it mushes all over. There we go. Here we go. Looking a bit better now. Okay, so now let's tackle the ears. So, taking a piece of clay, just warming it up a little. Okay, so I'm going to first create a ball. And once I have a ball, I'm going to turn it into an oval or an oblong. So basically this shape. And then I'm going to flatten it a little. So now you have this slightly flattened oval shape. Then taking a knife, I'm going to cut it at a diagonal like this. Now I'm not going to cut it in my hand, just showing you, and then I'm going to cut it on the tile. So now we have two pieces like this, and these are going to be the two ears, the one like so, and the other one like so. But looking at them, I can see that I didn't quite get them cut in half, so I'm just going to cut a little more off this one because it's slightly bigger. Right. All right, two ears just about the same size. Then I'm just going to round the two ends, so the bottom and at the top, and now we have this shape. It's cut over here. It doesn't need to be neat. You're going to be using tools to put it onto the face. The ear is in line with the eyebrow and the bottom of the nose. So we'll put it about there. And we look, and it must be in line with where the jawline comes up. All right. This ear looks very small, but it's quite thick, so it's going to become, you can make it bigger from that point. The other one, rounding at the top and at the bottom where the earlobe is, and put it in line with the eyebrow, in line with the eyebrow and the nose, about there, oopsie, about there, and we check that it's in line with the jawline. Then you look from above and see that they are in line. Doesn't have to be. I was at the hairdresser the other day, and she said my right ear is a little bit further forward than my left. So it's not that essential. Right. Then I'll take a tool and blend the front part into the face. If you can use your hands, You can do that if you would like to. I'm only going to show you one ear. The other one I'm going to do off camera because these videos get so long so quickly. Right. Now if you look, you'll see that I only blended from a little bit down from the top, and I left a little bit at the bottom so that you will have an earlobe and you will have the top part of the ear. Okay, then I'm going to take another little piece of clay, not very much, this is very little, and I'm going to turn it into a crescent. It's slightly thicker on the one side and the curved part is thinner. Then I'm going to put it behind the ear, right there, and I'm going to blend that in as well. Into the head and into the back of the ear. Now you see I have my thumb supporting the ear when I am doing this. All right, there we go. And now taking this tool, I don't know if you can see it, let's see in front of it. I'm going to go sort of into the ear, and then at an angle I'm going to push in and I'm going to create a little curved flap. And you can actually bring the flap out a little. So there we have a flap. And then using a smallish ball tool, I'm going to push in behind that flap, and I'm going to move some of the clay outwards towards the rim of the ear. Right, then you can smooth the flap in so that it looks like it is part of the skin. Okay, and then using that first tool again, I will create a groove around the rim of the ear, going quite low down, and then over here at the top comes around and in, and then I will work that a little, make it nice and deep. This mushy clay is definitely an issue. And on the inner side of the ear, the part closer to the head, you have a little indent here in a V shape. And there we go, we clean it up a little bit. Oops. Push the lobe in a little. If you have firmer clay, this will be easier. Mine is very, very mushy. Clean it up a little. And just keep on fiddling with it until you are happy with what it looks like. You might need to pull it away from the head a little. You might need to push it back in. You just have to see how it's turning out for you. Now, I'm liking what I'm seeing here. And there we have the ear. I'll do the other one off camera, and then I will show you at the end of the video. She's looking quite cute. I like the way it's coming along. And so there we have a pair of ears. I'll clean them up as I go along with the making of the rest of the sculpture. But that's how she looks so far. I think I'm quite happy with what's happening. There we go. See you again soon.